my son Hruday, and we have Jaxi, designer on the team, and myself, Palgun. So today we wanted to discuss a little bit about our favorite game mechanics. So we've actually made a list of top five. We saw this on Dice Tower. All these guys doing
All
it,
these
and we're like,
famous
hey, we
guys.
should do this.
Yeah.
We keep watching this all the time.
Yeah.
Because we also have like top 20, top 100
We
on
already
our
have
own list.
top 1000.
Broke my head
Yeah.
just writing this.
Seriously, I actually want to scratch out a few things, but then I think I'll take another day to shortlist.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
scratched it at least 1,000 or 10,000.
You can see the pages
Yeah, right.
already have holes.
10,000.
See, there are holes in this page.
so much of lying. Is lying one of the mechanics in your list?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start.
Yeah.
Start from the bottom. Hruday, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Fifth.
Yeah.
Fifth.
My sixth one.
No, fifth.
Fifth. Top
Only
five.
five. Yeah.
Okay, my fifth one is tableau building.
Tableau building. Okay.
I love it because it's so fun, and also when we
Which
play
is the game that comes to your mind when it comes to tableau building?
tableau building, it comes like to Machikoro and all.
Okay.
Because in tableau building, Machikoro is my favorite because it is very fun for me because we never know what's next, and we have we have a variety of cards to choose from.
And you're building this tableau, which is like an engine for you,
It's like
right?
an engine building game. So that's why when we build that engine, the resources and good things will just keep
Engine
on.
building is one of my favorite too. Damn, I have to write so
I
much.
have
Will
written
just
it
keep
for
on
that
coming
reason.
and coming and coming to us. That's why but it's not so like fun and not so like energizing. It's not like so joyous because you have to think a lot to get the right cards.
Okay, let's see. Is Seven Wonders one of your?
Yeah, Seven
Tableau
Wonders.
We have Seven Wonders, Machikoro, Splendor.
Yeah. So
Okay.
all of those are my good games.
All of them. Oh, nice.
Yeah, all of them are games that I like because it's one, but there's nothing like you can keep on playing it because once you got all the good cards, no, you cannot. The other opponents can't get any good cards.
So you have to grab it
So you have to
ASAP.
grab it a lot, and also we have to earn it very fast. So it will have that stress, and also
So you're always scanning the market to see which
Trying
is
to
the
optimize
best.
your
yeah,
moves and get
but then
into
you could have no
this.
fun when you're just gonna buy everything. Once you like when it's close to the end, you have got everything you like. For example, you really want one card, an expensive card, and you earned everything. But then by that time, you will spend so much time on
He's referring to Splendor, so he's
on
like
engine
Splendor.
I might be collecting a lot of
Yes.
a lot of gems.
Cards
But
and gems
in
and
the
all of that.
last, like in the last turn, I would just need one more gem, and I had
okay,
to do.
you have overanalyzed this particular
That's why
mechanic.
it's like usually in these engine building games they will get over fast. That's why we cannot afford. That's why in these games you should not look forward like to many big goals. So
I would still suggest you just play.
yeah, if we just play, but usually it will end very fast, and that's why it's my
Okay.
it's my fifth favorite.
Fantastic. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
How about you,
So
Jaxi?
my top five, fifth one is grid movement. I'll tell
Five
you.
is grid movement.
Grid movement. Yes. Fifth one is grid movement.
Okay.
Okay. So why I'll tell you. The reason why
I'm
grid
still a little surprised that 5 is good.
I had to see from all the 100 that I
Okay.
had. But
okay.
grid
I'm curious to know
movement really
what is.
Istanbul is one.
Okay.
Our
Karigar.
own game, Karigar Etaj is
Karigar
one.
Etaj
Yeah.
has grid movement. Okay.
Konitama is one. The
Okay.
thing about these grid movement games is that you're always going to do only those moves so that you're not just gaining an advantage over it, but you're also stopping somebody from doing
You're
the same.
blocking a space.
Yeah, so
Blocking
you can
spaces.
block
You're
a
going
space.
into markets. You're getting those resources for yourself.
Interesting.
Targi is also one of that.
So then,
Okay.
don't you think there's a lot of take that when you try to block?
There is take that, but the take that is not in such a way that it is cutthroat. You're not
Yeah.
making it a terrible experience for the next
Yeah,
person
but-
because you know that in your next turn you yourself will be stuck
So
in that
this
same
grid movement, does it include a square grid and a hexagonal grid as well,
Yeah,
or
the
it doesn't
grids are
matter?
It doesn't
Like
matter.
this
Grid
I am moving somewhere
Okay.
in order to gain my influence over some things which is going to benefit me in the long
So
run.
does it also involve area control?
Yes.
Yeah, it has a lot of area control. If
So do you like wildlands and
Uh,
Yuddha Bhumi?
in a way, Yuddha Bhumi was amazing
Okay.
for that matter.
Yeah, but like in grid movement, when you're blocking something, the other opponent will feel very like stressed because
Yeah.
they can't get that particular thing
Yeah.
they want or
Yeah.
something like that.
There is
That's
always
the
going to
reason
be
they
that.
want to block it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why there's a
Interesting.
lot of take that and area control in that. And also there'll be a lot of like path making because if you want to get to that particular
Correct.
grid, you have to go in all
In
these
that
places.
zigzag motion only.
So
That's the
that
thing.
actually, we are working on a game which he has conceptualized,
Yeah.
which will be coming very soon,
Very soon.
based on some rowdy birds who keep fighting near our office
Window.
window. Okay, so my top 5, which now I would love to change, but is contract fulfillment. So
That was my.
yeah, like Chai Garam and Ticket to Ride, where you have a particular thing contract and you need to fulfill it before the other people, or you fulfill multiple of those. So it sets the direction for the game. You're like working towards something. So it gives the it's like a goal
There's
or
a
an
motivation
objective.
to do something.
Correct.
You're
It
just
pushes
not
you to that.
you're not doing just some random stuff to get some random points you saw and you're
Right.
trying to get that. So there's
So
like
something
one
about
goal.
contract fulfillment very satisfying. This pick up and drop services. I mean, the games that we have and stuff like
It's
that.
like the objective is
there in front
linear,
of you.
but
And
you
also-
know that to get it, you can do many other
And
things
in the process, you
differently.
can also guess what is that contract the other opponent has
Exactly.
and block it, cut
But
it.
there's also some social deduction also in contract, and also in contract fulfillment, you'll have that kind of like that satisfied feeling when you complete it,
Oh, yes.
and you're gonna
That's
be
the
so
best
happy,
part.
ASMR.
and that's so happy to get some other objective and get points from it when you complete,
Especially when you get another contract which you've already like really
and you've like
you
already
finished
completed.
half of it and like, hey, okay, cool, okay.
So and
let's
then just
this.
do it off in some 2 or 3 turns, and you get lots of points.
Yes, now you feel like playing some contract fulfillment game. No?
Yes.
In fact, somebody's playing Chai Garam there,
Right there in that.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Today, what's your top 4?
Okay, my 4 is worker placement, because
4 is worker placement.
yeah.
I wonder what is 1, 2, and
I
3.
saw you right. Okay, never mind. I think you changed it.
Yeah. So four is worker placement because I don't like it that much because they're eventually going to run out of these workers.
Workers.
So that's why
That is
you-
what worker placement
Yes.
mechanic
Yeah,
is all about. It
that's
limits
why-
your moves.
that's why it limits your moves. In other games, you don't have any limits.
Which is this game, worker placement without limits?
Zolkin,
What?
viticulture.
Of course, there is a
There are
limit.
limits.
Yeah, but still they all have like so less because
Okay.
in worker placement, also in worker placement, many games have
Which
only
is your favorite worker placement game?
My favorite one. My favorite one is definitely
Avatar?
yeah. My favorite
I was
one is
thinking the
Avatar.
same thing.
Yeah, Flamecraft is my favorite one.
I don't
Because
know. He has
but
too many
still-
favorites.
But still with worker placement, like it feels like you have to. It's good because it's too strategic for me because you have to plan everything perfectly.
But
you
still,
can
it's in
go.
your top 4.
Yeah, but see, like when you. But
Why is
yeah,
it on your top 4 list at all?
because I like worker placement because also there's a little social deduction because to see what all the opponents they're planning to do in their next turn. That's why you have to also do that in worker placement.
Okay,
That's why
interesting.
I've also put it there. And also you have to be a little more strategic to put your things, but sometimes in some games when every opponent has got the good space, you have to come up with some goal to get all the resources or stuff like that.
Some
That's why-
alternative.
That's why you get very like you
So
don't know what
Karigari
to
Taj
do.
is also a worker placement
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
right? But it has a movement mechanic which we
It's
introduced.
more grid
So
movement than
it's a
worker
grid
placement.
movement
So there are
and
not
worker
many
placement.
games which has worker placement with movement.
Yes.
And that's what we were very proud
That's
of.
why also in worker placement, when some opponent just blocks of all the spaces you want to go, it's very stressful because
You
then
can send your worker to fight with it.
you can't do that.
Change it into a combat mechanic.
That would be sight.
Yeah.
But then it could be like very stressed. It could be very stressful for the person
Yeah,
who.
that's how it is.
That's why I don't like it that much because it's not my first one or second or third in the
But you
top.
still
three.
like worker
I
placement.
still like it because there's a little social deduction and also a little more
And
strategy.
you block somebody's path
And
and
you
like,
can
oh, daddy,
and
you can't come here.
take
Okay.
that. Those take that mechanism.
Nice.
That's why I like worker
Yeah.
placement.
Okay, how
know,
about
for
you,
the-
We
Jack?
are in the same zone in that point. Yes.
What
Yeah,
your
so-
top 4 is what?
No, my top 4 is auction. That's
Oh.
both English and Dutch.
Okay. I feel like writing
Yes.
that.
So the auction part, which I like, is it's more like you're trying to push your luck as well as you're trying to edge the other person also. Like
Right, you can
you're egging them.
manipulate.
Like I'm manipulating the whole sequence within.
Yeah, I've seen you do that a lot. You
know.
push people to up their bids and then back out and they make damn
it's,
you.
It's amazing. It's fun. It's like, okay, I am just going to say a little more, like $1 or $5 more, just to say like,
And
okay,
keep
how about
looking
you
at the
see?
body
Exactly.
language. Try to see how much are they willing to push.
Exactly.
So which is your favorite?
Favorite one was High Society actually.
I think for auctioning,
Yeah.
also a lot of bidding is there. So
Yeah,
and
that's
also
only-
also in auctioning we should be also very careful how you use your money
Exactly.
or anything like that.
Exactly.
Shouldn't
So
use
that's
it
why
up
we are
fully.
not
Not-
pushing it all.
That's
Push
why-
the other person to spend
Yes.
more.
That's why you should be like you should not. It also, it actually teaches you some valuable life skills also.
All
Actually,
games do, but
Yeah,
anyway.
but auctioning has the most
I am
of
happy in 10 years of age he has learned that point.
Actually,
But
like
yes.
that-
He's 10 years, people. He's just 10 years, right? Yeah, 10
Yeah.
years old.
them. Oh,
Yeah.
you forgot my age.
I was calculating. And subtract your age from the current year and then took some time. You're growing too fast. Okay.
I'm not.
So auctioning, can you throw some light on this English and Dutch?
So the difference between the English and Dutch is very streamlined. So the
Is
Dutch,
it language?
not the language, it's
the
the
style.
method. Is the
the
method of
style.
auctioning. So English auction is very simple. One person bids, the next person has to bid higher.
Yeah.
Simple.
But what
And
about
the one who
Dutch?
has, I'll come to it. So whoever has the highest, they get that, and everyone else pulls their amount back.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Dutch one works a little differently. What happens is you have a like a platter of options. You get to bid on them, and everyone bids how much ever they feel on whatever they want. Now the other person
yeah.
has to up on all of them, or up only that one which they feel they
Yeah,
want.
this is
Dutch
there in
people are
many
very rich.
many games.
Yeah.
You kind of put a coin.
Pax
and-
Premier is also having
Okay,
one
but
of
which
them.
is your favorite kind of auction, English or Dutch?
I would say Dutch more than English.
I like
Because
English.
You like English?
Yeah,
It's a
because
lot more fun.
yeah, and
English
also
is-
with Dutch auctions, if you don't have enough money, then it could just be useless. In English, at least you can put something.
Yes. One
Not
kidney.
always. Yeah.
All right. So we are at 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. My top 4 is his.
It's a crossover.
Yeah,
I
I
understand.
mean, this is Tableau. There you go. Okay. So mine is Tableau. Tableau building is my favorite. It's very visual. The way you are building the whole thing in front of you, and I love that. Even it has a bit of hand management, you
Yeah.
know, because
You're building the deck. You're building.
yeah, you're building the stuff in front of
In
you,
front of you,
and you can refine it, you can add more, remove something. So I like Tableau building.
And also, when you get the correct engine, you don't need to be always, oh, I need this resource. I don't need. You just gonna keep coming to
Yeah,
you.
it
That's
keep
why.
producing for you till the end of the game. Yeah,
There is
I love
one
that.
thing that I don't really like about Tableau, even though it is an amazing mechanic. I personally love it.
Yeah,
but-
all of our favorite games
Yes.
have Tableau building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that I don't usually like is sometimes the Tableau that we are trying to build, we have to even memorize that, oh shit, we have this Tableau already. In that we have this.
But we don't
option.
need to memorize it because it's going to be in
Seven
front of
wonders
us.
for that matter.
Why do you have to memorize?
I have to remember like, oh, I had this one. I didn't have to spend my money to that person, my right or my left,
Yeah,
to
but
get that
only in
resource.
7 wonders. In every other game, you'll just be in
It's
front
always
of
in
you.
front, yeah.
It'll be in
Yeah, I
front
think
of
you have to be cognizant about what is in
exactly.
front of you. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
that
you
is
can't-
one thing that I figured mostly for the new people, especially. For me, I keep
Yeah, they're like, oh, I
count of
had
what it is.
this, right?
Exactly.
What do I
And then
do
they
Yeah.
want to
with
go
this?
back in
Right.
those actions and all that. So that kind of makes me feel like going back.
That's why it could be kind of
Thus,
like.
it's not in my.
Could be kind of
top five.
stupid if you just take.
And
if you
and
just
all
take the
Tableau
resource.
building games are like known information.
Exactly.
So everybody
Yes,
knows.
Everyone knows
what
exactly what you
everybody
are. So
has,
now
yeah.
you're not deducing what
Correct.
can be there.
And also, it's kind of stupid if you just take some resource and just realize you already had like a tableau for that.
Exactly.
That's why you have to do a little bit of memorizing and know.
Memorizing, I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
you should be
not-
aware
you should
that
be
you
aware.
have these
Just
strengths.
spatial awareness has to be
Yeah.
Okay, what's your top 3?
My top 3 is bag and deck building. because
This
both.
guy is stealing all of my mechanics. Wait,
So-
did you just add it or? Oh, you've already written it.
Yes.
That's why, you know why? Because it's always, we don't know what we're gonna get. It's a little luck based. That's why I enjoy it, because
It's
everyone.
always edge of the seat.
You
You don't
always
know what am I
edge of
gonna
the seat.
get.
What am I gonna get? For example, quacks. We don't know what we're gonna get. If, for example, if a bomb comes, we'll have so much. We're so sad. But when some 4 or something comes, we'll be so happy. And
Right.
also in deck building, when you get really good cards, you can defeat your opponent or some resources. You could be like very.
You like
happy.
Valamkali's deck building?
Yeah, because then you'll be
It's
so.
very simple.
Yeah, you can, and you'll be so happy. Just one thing you have to remember is that left is a pickup pile and right is a
Right.
discard.
So
That
that's
is the
smart
most
in the deck
important.
building.
But
Yeah.
my favorite is bag building, because we can just rummage through the bag and try to search whatever you want. In deck building, we have to carefully take the cards, but it's just kind of fun because we'll be wondering what cards we'll get. That's why my
The
third is-
latest deck building game which I stumbled upon and I'm like drooling at is
Oh,
that
yes.
First in Flight.
First in Flight.
I have to get this
So,
game.
see,
Definitely get
That's
First
why
in Flight.
a
Yes.
deck, also deck and bag.
It's a lot like Quacks actually, but
Yeah.
with cards.
But with
And bag and deck building, it has like that kind of like it
So
has
what
that kind of
what do you
suspicion.
think plays a big role in this?
The
anticipation from my end at least.
Probability.
I think the
So you're actually adjusting the
first is just-
probability.
yeah, so you're always adjusting what you're gonna get. If you get more of this, you're gonna definitely get this. Or if you get less of this, you have very less.
So you're always
probability.
manipulating the probability.
Clank
of
has
the
an
particular thing.
opposite reaction on bag building.
How?
You're building a deck for your own self, but also the clanks that are going over there, they are also going into a different
Oh, there
bag.
are two bags.
Yes, so that is also there. So it's on both parallels.
Yeah, Clank has two actually.
Yes.
That's why my deck and bag building is my favorite.
That is a negative back building.
Yes.
We're picking out. I'm like, I don't want
I
this.
didn't want
Who
mine
is
to
getting
come
hurt? Oh, I can't wait for you to play Clank.
Yes.
It's coming. Anyway.
That's why
Okay.
deck and bag building is my favorite, because it's you're always on the edge of your seat and you don't know what you're gonna get. And also there is a little bit of like memorizing in this, because there's another strategy where
You need to remember what you added.
No, also,
And when will it
yeah.
come?
And also sometimes you can see what the opponent is taking. So then you can get some more better ones than them to defeat them or get more points.
So if they
than
finish
them,
their
for
best
example.
cards, you know, okay, the best ones are not.
Yeah,
gonna come
so the
anymore.
best ones are not gonna come. So you
Yeah,
have
so
to.
you can keep track of that.
So you have to get more best ones or get more less ones and wait for the best ones to come. So that is also
interesting. How about you?
My number 3 is closed draft.
Okay.
Yeah, closed draft like Seven Wonders,
Okay.
Treasure Hunter, those things. The thing about closed draft is
Pick one, pass,
pick
pick
one
one,
and
pass.
pass,
One pass,
to the
pick
rest.
one.
The
Sushi
thing
Go
about
also
this,
has
yeah,
that.
Sushi Go also has the same thing. The thing which I like about this kind of mechanic is you are intentionally making the other player's life a little terrible.
Yeah,
you know that
because-
what you are building.
Also
right?
at the same time, your own life.
Your my own life, because the other person
I
is
have
also
3
giving.
awesome
And
cards.
also you
what am I
can't
gonna do?
be also
Exactly.
you can't be too greedy in this, because you can only take one card
Exactly.
and if there are two good cards, very good cards,
We
you
have to choose
see-
between them.
And also we
Which-
have to see all the goals there, what is more needed, which resource, which thing. That's why we have to use our mind a lot for this,
Oh, yes.
because we have to make our decision making a lot.
So which is your favorite?
Treasure Hunter, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Richard Garfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard Garfield is awesome. at this,
Treasure Hunter
yeah.
is actually kind of good, because they'll be very nice, but also you have to, if you want
Close
to
draft is very interesting. But
it's also sort of a deck building, because you're only collecting one of those. For example, in Treasure Hunt, you were only collecting one type of warrior,
Yeah.
so we can rule in that kind of
In that terrain, exactly.
terrain. So we can rule in that and get all the
it's very
cool
edge of the
rewards.
seat also.
Yeah.
Like I like 2 of these. I hope
It comes back.
I
nobody
hope-
follows the
Ah.
same strategy and comes
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
me.
And there are many
So
ways
there'll be
also that you
lot of
can
hoping.
you can get. There are many ways that you can get a benefit.
Close
out of
draft.
this.
Yeah.
Close
It's
draft.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just designed one game.
Exactly, with close draft. It's fun.
It's,
that's
it's
the thing.
super fun. Yeah. It's a very party game. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, Daddy.
Okay. My top 3 is action programming. I absolutely love this
I am
thing.
removing something.
Yeah, where you play something and it then acts out later. So you're programming it, right? and then all of the things are resolved later. So I
Yeah, so
absolutely.
there'll be like the consequences will come whatever
Correct.
you do. Like
Correct.
for example, Colt Express.
Yes.
So when
Colt
you go
Express
into-
is my favorite action
You're
programming
going to do
programming is
something, but
amazing.
it has to be in reverse order. So you have to
It
plan
could be reverse
everything
order.
in reverse.
Yeah, you have to
That
plan.
is a good thing about it. It could be very
Yes.
fun that like, and for by mistake, even one action if we do wrong, there'll be a lot.
Oh, it
and also
creates that domino effect in Colt
Even
Express
Galaxy
is
Trucker is-
amazing.
Yeah, Galaxy
Trucker is
Trucker
the
also
same.
is
You
very
do
fun.
everything and then you're left. You're just flying.
Yeah,
Then we
you
are
have
wondering,
to-
hoping.
what
You're
did I
hoping
do?
that not. You should be like, oh my god, I have to build this fast. Also, we have to do it fast.
And you're hoping that you survive.
We have
and
to
you-
hope we
you know,
survive. How many guns
your
I've
ship
put,
is not
energy,
stripped
all
down
stuff.
to the base.
And many times it has happened to me that I've put all kinds of batteries, but none of the battery using weapons. None. I put
I've
so much
seen
of
that.
battery.
I was there with him
Yeah,
that
he's
day.
kept
I
the
was
game out.
laughing
He
the
wants
whole
us to
time.
play it right after
Yeah,
this.
after
He's
this I'm
kept it
gonna,
there.
I
Oh,
kept it there.
okay.
Yeah.
Because my,
Gonna happen.
my
He came with a
favorite,
mission today. He's like,
My-
I want to
That's-
play.
yeah, my second
Please come more
favorite,
often.
my first is Machikoro, my second favorite game is Galaxy Trucker. It's my
Oh,
favorite.
wait, that's a different list. Wait.
Yes. my,
I'm telling games,
my favorite
not
rule book
mechanics.
is Galaxy Trucker. Yes.
Yeah, it is so
So we
funny.
actually designed an action programming game which
Yeah.
was true to the definition of action programming, where you actually build out an algorithm and a logic
Yeah.
for a robot to find its
My
spare
bot
parts.
bites.
Yeah.
It's really
How
cool.
old were you when we designed them?
4 or 6 or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I used to be a pro at that.
Whoa.
Yeah, he and his grandmother would play, and
I used to play every time. My
yeah.
grandmother was so happy.
they couldn't believe that they're actually writing algorithms, you know, the looping and all of that
And I
stuff.
actually
It
now I
is-
use it in my school. I
Really?
use all these. Yeah, do you have like in my computer science subjects and all? We use these.
Nice.
So I know all of these so well.
See,
You should
games
make your
help.
friends. Yeah, you should make your friends play my bot bites.
They love it.
All right. So we are closing in. We're almost done with 3. All right.
So now top 2.
Top 2.
You start.
You start.
Top two.
You
start.
Two.
My
Oh. Okay.
my second favorite is dexterity. Because
Obviously, we suck
Because-
at this. All of the games that he chooses from a dexterity
because dexterity
perspective.
it has a lot of action in
Hand-eye
it.
coordination, which we
Hand-eye
suck
coordination.
at.
I love hand-eye coordination because it's so fun for me, and actually I like the best thing with the best time after play a dexterity game is after you're playing some hard strategy game to just cool your mind off. You play
Just
a
chill,
dexterity
you know, just
because most of the
break the-
dexterity games are very fun, and also and it has rules, so it's sort of like a party game. For example, Dr. Eureka, you have to be not too much of force,
He's
and you
too
have
good
to
at
do
Dr.
all
Oh,
of these.
This guy, the way he uses the previous setup, so he would have solved the previous puzzle. In Dr. Eureka, you can use the same setup for the next puzzle also.
Yeah.
So he tries to maximize it
Oh.
in such a way that how less,
How many less steps do I do
How many?
to-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How can he minimize?
No, I
the
don't
number
have
of
any strategy. I
movement?
just do it fast. That's all. I
Yeah, but
don't
he
have
figures
any
out. So I understand.
That's
He
the
actually
Rubik's
sees.
Cube method.
So he's already like, okay, this much
And
is
also,
done.
and also dexterity
No,
dexterity
that
games.
thing is called lateral thinking. You're trying to
Yeah.
connect, both
Battle IQ.
left and right brains.
So
Nice.
dexterity
Okay.
games also it works your left brain and right brain together. Like we are using all of our brain at once.
So which
Because
was the first game you went and bought in SN?
burrito?
Burrito? Throw burrito.
Throw burrito.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on it, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's there, yes.
Yes. Throw burrito.
My
Right
first thing I bought in Asian Speed, I loved it. I saw it so many times. It was so cool. That's why I wanted it.
I can't believe
wanted
How
it.
many
So
weapons of mass
shocked.
destruction did you toss on people?
Uncountable.
Keep
Throw
Infinite.
burrito is brutal. You have to
Yeah,
just go.
we have to throw it. We have
Damn.
to throw it like mad.
Yeah,
And
it's a
also,
nice burrito.
and also we have to, also speed is also required because in most of the games in Eureka and also in Taco Cat, everywhere, most of the games, even throw burrito, we have to grab it fast and throw it. So also a lot of speed is
Not
required.
necessary. Sometimes you can actually choose 2 people to fight, and that is when you always make
Yeah,
a
but-
mistake.
but
He just
all-
wants to chuck it all the time at someone.
He wants those marks to come on the face. Next
That's
day
why
it will
I
be
love
visible.
dexterity games because Usually I am
And
good
that's
at
a
it.
lot of fine motor skills and
Yeah,
hand-eye
and
coordination.
also you'll feel like not tired, but you'll feel so you're very like your body
It's brainless.
It's brainless, and also when you're playing a strategy,
There's no strategy, there's no
strategy,
thinking, there's no
nothing.
pre-planning.
You just have to do
Just
what
go
you
with the
feel
flow,
like.
Yeah.
whatever you see in front of you.
And
Okay.
also it's very
Improvise on the fly.
satisfying. And after you play it, you feel like this satisfying feeling, this joyous feeling. After you play it, you're like,
You
finally
seem to be
everything.
having this joyous feeling very often. It's nice. All right, how about you?
My
Second.
second one is actually variable powers.
Variable powers.
So
Asymmetric.
asymmetric completely. The thing is, it's a little difficult for new people to actually understand asymmetry. But once you're into the
Can
hobby
I
of
sneak in that in between somewhere?
not allowed.
Nah.
Okay, there are too many, man. This
Yeah,
is not
exactly.
fair. We
It
should
was,
do another
it was
one.
so
Yeah.
many. I
Top
just
10.
couldn't choose. I prepared this 1 month ago.
Asymmetry,
So,
yeah.
So the variable powers, basically how it works is my whole setup, my initial setup itself is different from yours. So it makes it in such a way that my
And it's
pathway.
nice.
Huh,
It's nice.
exactly.
It's like your own. You can choose your personality
Exactly.
as well.
Huh.
You can choose a character.
And every game is new. Why? Because
Yeah.
every time you're playing from a new set of eyes, like you have a new.
Which is your
powers.
favorite variable play game? Variable power.
Variable powers. Too many to choose from.
What is one game? Like,
Do you like Wildlands?
Wildlands is good, but it's not
Blood
really.
Rage?
Blood Rage is actually amazing.
Blood Rage is really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Blood
because
Rage, where do you choose variable power?
no, but there's many because we can get cards from that. We can get powers, and also there's very cool minifigures. Of course, that's why I
which
love
one.
it.
Okay, terraforming Mars has variable. Yeah, everything
There's
has
Flame-
Flamecraft
variable
also.
power,
Flamecraft also. Flamecraft also. It has variable
I can
powers.
show you one which is right here. I think so somewhere.
Scythe.
Scythe is actually.
Scythe is a perfect
it's
example
a
of variable
perfect
power.
example. Yeah.
Yes, Splendor.
But Splendor, no.
Downforce.
Splendor, not so much.
Why not?
Uh,
Because you're having the
Downforce gives you a different
Downforce.
power. I mean, we are just picking from
I
whatever
know,
is here.
whatever we see
Yeah.
over here. But
Good stuff. Yeah, variable power is.
Yeah.
Variable powers.
I like
is what it is.
skirmish games as well.
Yeah, Skirmish is also good.
Where
But the what
the
my
setup
pick-
varies
exactly.
every time and all that.
But my variable powers, which I'm trying to see, is through the. It's more like the
What about
D&D
King of Tokyo?
various.
King of Tokyo?
King of Tokyo is also in one way where you get a
Yeah,
hero already
you get a
and you
hero
get to play
already
in that
and
way.
you can.
But the hero has no power.
It doesn't have a power,
No,
but
we
it
have to
works
keep
on that way,
upgrading
right? So yeah, I would say one game that is unmatched. Unmatched is an amazing next level
Absolutely.
variable power game.
Yep. But unmatched games are a little.
It's also got
Sindbad versus. Which is that?
Medusa.
Medusa.
Okay, now ready?
It's a fictional world, so yes.
Second one.
My second one you already selected. So deck builder and back building is my top two, not your top 3 or 4. Top 2 because I just love refining my deck of cards by adding new ones, and that unlocks more opportunities to get more cards, and also defines the actions that you can take in that particular turn. So the way you can change the probability of some of the cards coming, then the actions that you can take because of that.
And there's a little strategy in this. It's just not blindly taking some buying or
Absolutely.
something and just put it in the deck or bag, because you have to have a little strategy.
Right. Yeah, of course.
And it's also
love deck
supremely
building so
luck based also.
It is, but it still gives you control, right?
But yeah,
you
but
draw this many cards.
yeah,
and
but
then
an
you
output
choose.
random.
usually all the luck based games are very
Input
like
random.
Input
are very
Sorry.
like fun because
Input
you don't know what to get. So luck based games are very fun.
Yeah, when you look at quads, it's very luck based.
Hmm.
Yeah, because typically in deck builders you can draw multiple cards
Yeah,
and then
but
choose the
also
best ones.
Valakali also has a.
Voluntary, we allow you to
And-
draw 4 cards and choose
And
3
choose
from
Yeah,
it.
that's why there'll be the rhythm. Okay, so
Nice. Actually, there's an interesting game where it's not deck builder or back building, but you're building your dice.
Huh.
Dice Forge.
Yeah,
Dice
in
Forge.
Dice Forge, it's interesting, but I wish the game had more to it. But that mechanic was
The
good.
mechanic was
I like
good, but
also
the
the
game
places of how to like actually
I
can
wish there
build
was
the
more player
dice in.
interaction.
exactly that was missing. I was feeling like I was playing solo with 4 more people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So number one,
One.
people.
The
Number
last-
one. Number one.
Last topic.
All right. The
First one.
first. The off
Drum rolls.
Okay. Why so much off? Okay, I'm
Okay.
waiting. Huh.
My first one is.
Where's the sheet? Okay, you
She tossed
remember
it.
it.
My first one is social deduction.
Oh,
It's so
but
nice.
of course.
My social deduction is my first favorite because it's so cool when we have to see everything. You have to like see every
Everyone's
little,
actions, right? Yeah.
little fact and little thing to improve all the hints you have about the other opponents, and also you have to plan out. What are they trying to do? And also they have to kind of have the social deduction skills to see what is their goals and all that. And also there'll be a lot of interaction between the opponents.
So you
in social
basically
deduction.
analyze a lot
Yeah.
of what the opponents have, opponents know, what information do they know, and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay.
And
but
also-
all of it is hidden information.
And also it's very funny. It's very fun to play because everyone will be like, it is fun for
It's
me.
fun. Hey,
It's
come on.
fun.
Social deduction. You literally have to read the room.
Yeah, you have to like,
That's
see
how it is.
I wouldn't mind playing it, but I wouldn't choose, voluntarily go choose. I want to play a social deduction game.
I always want to play a social
It's
deduction
amazing.
game.
It's
And also you should see every little hint and try to make like a theory out of it. And my most favorite thing to do is theories. That's why I love
So your
social
favorite game is what?
My favorite social
Top-
deduction game.
Top one.
Very hard to choose.
Okay, let me see from what I know.
I know Avalon. I
Cryptid.
know Cryptid.
This guy likes Cryptid. I don't know. Cryptid, Love Letter, Dixit.
Dixit.
Dixit?
Yeah.
Okay.
My second is
Yeah, Dixit. He just wants to play Dixit every time.
Really?
yeah.
If there are more than 4 players and they know,
How to play Dixit? Oh,
even if he
Nice.
thinks that they will not understand what the card is, he still wants to play. Why do you like Dixit so much?
I
It's
think
so
it-
fun because first of all,
Do
there's
you,
very
do you have any memories from Dixit? Which is it?
Oh.
The most hilarious one, which we all laughed.
it's when we were playing with my grandpa, there was one card with all kinds of eggs in it, and then it seems there was only one small egg, and then my grandfather, he told us out of place is the topic. Every single card there is out of place.
All of
There's
the cards in Dixit are out of place. anyway.
There's nothing that's is also the first, at least he said out of place. The first thing he told is weird.
Weird.
Every single card
Really?
is weird. Every
The
single
most
one.
hilarious one when he says he plays the card face down and he says stairways.
everyone
It is
knows.
so obvious.
There's only one card. In
Stairways
the
to
whole-
heaven or something like that. We're like, uncle,
Stairways to
seriously, is
heaven.
that the
It's
only
so
thing you could
easy.
come up with?
It's so easy. There's only like literally
But he
just
still somebody
one
goofed
card.
up in that. So
Really?
he still earned points.
What?
It was
There's
hilarious.
still like just
They
one
might have thought,
card
like,
in the
okay, this is
whole
too
game.
My mom and uncle are like legends when it comes to Dixit.
But the most
Nice.
detailed
Yeah,
one,
Dixit is my favorite game. I'll be more than happy to play Dixit.
I love Dixit. It's my most favorite deduction game.
Okay.
That's a
First
lot of
one.
effort actually,
Actually,
for
you
a
know
social
what?
deduction game also.
Anyway, I have
production-wise.
some thoughts about this. So, what's your number one?
My number one is action points.
Action points.
The thing about action points is you can mix it with any other elements of mechanics as well. You just need to know when to use those points and which
So
mechanics
it's a
to use.
small twist on
It's a
worker
twist.
placement,
Yes.
but yeah.
Not always. Not always. Sometimes you're going into an area control. Sometimes you're going into.
Okay, so you can either move, attack,
Yeah.
attack, move.
Exactly.
Got it.
So you have like a
Move or upgrade.
exactly. So you have
Explore.
like the whole options. You have the choice
Interesting.
to spend those points multiple times in the same action, or
So
spread
it
it
is
across
like
into
this
the whole thing.
concept of having not just one turn, but having
multiple turns and the
things
same
that you can
things
do
at
in
the
your
same
turn.
Yeah.
Good.
So
yeah.
in that way, I will be looking forward to my next turn also, knowing that okay, if I am going to have these
Which
actions,
is your favorite game when it comes to action points?
action points?
I mean, we all like one game,
Yes.
which is Project L.
Project
Yeah,
L.
I also
exactly. That was the game, but
It is very simple though. It
Yeah.
is very
no, it's a
simple.
simple action programming thing.
And I love
action point thing.
And those toys, and I love those tiles. It's so like so smooth and satisfying.
But
Okay.
also Scythe has a little bit of action point thing. So you are always choosing which of those sides that you're going to
Yeah.
use and how much
Okay.
you can use from it.
We are planning to use
Planning.
action points in our next.
Our
game.
next game. That is why I also like action points even more, because I am going to go
Right.
ham in
I'm
that
very
game.
curious to see how it will work out, because we're actually saying every player is going to spend a bit more longer time in their turn
Not
trying
exactly.
to figure out turns.
Not exactly.
Actions.
In the action, they'll already know what they can do. What they need to do is pre-plan their action when it is not their turn. Do it immediately. Do the whole setup, and then let the other person. Action points also, you can say it. Colt Express also has a little bit of action points. Why? Because the cards that you have are literally those action points. When you play that card, it's becoming that action of that certain.
But
in that
action
certain
points
mode.
really relates to, like, it's like currency you
Yes.
have in your turn.
Yeah.
Like you can do this, or this, and
Or this and
two of
that,
this. Yeah, sounds good.
So there are many variants that you can use an action point in. So my thing is it's always open to use action points with other mechanics. That's why it is my top one. It blends with many
Yeah,
other.
it's very rewarding because you're telling the player, hey, it's not just ending with one thing that
Yes.
you're doing this turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
That's my top
Okay.
one.
All right, so my number one, I'm tweaking it.
Okay.
Nothing like
Yeah.
that.
It's simultaneous play.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know why I'm
Yes.
loving simultaneous play off late.
Yes.
it's actually mine was going to be my second one, but I switched it because I love that.
So I'm off late loving simultaneous play because there is no downtime.
Yeah, there's
Everybody is
nothing-
playing.
Yeah, we don't have to wait, and we don't have to wait if
And
someone's
also, I
taking.
like games where I do something and the other players also get in some sort of a reward or something like that, right? Like in Chariots of Chandragupta, we were just discussing, right?
That's
like,
why, but
I can
I
either
also love.
move myself, and sometimes I might have to move the opponent as
Yeah.
well. So the opponents also in our turn, they're staring at what
Yeah.
you're going to do. So the player interaction is high, and I'm just loving simultaneous play because it
Like, it
reduces
don't-
AP.
And also
It
time,
makes
and
the game
also
so
yes,
fast.
and
Yeah.
also it's not so like it's
So now
always
I think we have two games in our portfolio which have
Yeah.
simultaneous play. Startups and Beyond also.
Valankoli is also-
it's kind
Valankoli.
of a side.
Yeah, I'm became too. I think after playing so many of these games with simultaneous play, there are many others also.
But it
I'm
becomes
getting too addicted to
I know
this.
it's easy to get addicted to simultaneous.
Yeah,
play.
because it doesn't have any downtime, or it doesn't have any waiting. We have to wait for some
Somebody to do
player
something.
do some. We have to be so bored.
Yeah,
But it's
we
not
have to-
easy to design it also.
Yeah.
Because 1 second. Thanks for kicking the camera.
Sorry.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Sidhu. Sidhu, bega.
Works. Fixed it.
Okay, so before we end the video,
Yeah, but yeah, before we end the video, I just
I have to
feel
just tell one thing.
okay.
There is one more thing.
Is it a
Okay.
mechanic or
No, it's not a mechanic. It's a question for you all.
Question.
Okay, what's your first and second favorite board game in your top first mechanism? I'll first tell mine.
we discussed that all?
No, but my first and second. My first one is Dixit, and my second is actually Micro Macro City because it has a lot of social deduction.
Social deduction.
Yeah.
His deduction was the
Deduction
first
in
one,
Micro
right?
Macro City has a lot.
Hmm.
Okay,
So you're
get
trying
it.
to figure out where the
You're
crime had
searching.
happened.
You're
So you're
searching.
searching.
Okay, so you like. So
So
would you
far-
like murder mysteries then?
Yeah. In
Oh, by the
Micro
way,
Macro City is
what
all
did you
about
think
it.
of our game that we designed, Uninvited Guests?
It was good. Also, it's like
Have you
my-
played it?
Yeah,
He did.
my-
He did.
He
He
played?
was there on the day.
Oh, okay.
That's why it is good only that I just feel it's a little more deduction. It should be like not so obvious for everyone.
Not everybody is as smart as you.
Exactly. Yeah, you're a 10-year-old with a with
So
an AI
he
brain.
started playing Cryptid at what, 4.5, 5.
Yeah.
So you can imagine.
But yeah, I mean, I feel limiting your things to top 5 is. I don't know. I have truckloads of
yeah,
other
it's-
mechanics which
I know.
tie with all of these. But yeah,
It doesn't do justice to all
Yeah, it
the other
doesn't do
mechanics
justice.
also.
but I think we
which are-
found a major overlap with the things which we
Yeah.
like, right? Except for dexterity. And,
Why not dexterity
I
and
will run
deduction?
away with deduction and dexterity.
Why?
Hey, I would have
But-
crossed over if you would have given me few more.
No, so let's compare our sheets. Typically, what are the things which we had almost 3 out of yours, 5 were on my list.
Yes, for almost three.
Yours all around 2, 3, right?
For me, I copied a lot of everyone. So for me, some 4 or 5 was in yours. For me,
Two
for
from-
But yeah, I
two
think
from you.
it's very interesting from a, we can sort of see what is the target market would like because I like something very specific, you like something very specific. I don't know if it's because of the age or is it because of in general like dexterity
In general,
games.
I just generally like.
But do you like Jenga?
No,
Do you like Carom?
no.
Nah. His
So-
dexterity is
Very puzzle based, right?
It's
It has to work towards a completion
Yeah.
of a puzzle.
I don't like Jenga and Carom because
It's too brainless, I think.
it's too brainless for me.
It's too skill
Told
based.
you.
It's too like. First of all, in Carom board we have to
I love
fingers.
Carom.
I don't
My
like
favorite
it.
game.
I
My
don't
whole
like
childhood is like Carom. But anyway, yeah.
I don't like
There are a lot
it
of games. I showed you this game, Sonora.
Yeah.
Sonora,
showed me that.
Sonora,
But in usually
which
in
has that
Jenga,
combination of dexterity
Flick,
and.
flick the
So
this thing
flick,
disc and
the flicking kind of games are very popular among families and
but
parties.
with the carom board, I feel it's okay for me. But I'm not. I'm like with carom board, my after some time my fingers hurt.
Yeah, same goes with the.
And also, you should be very careful by using that powder. And
Yup.
and Jenga, it's just if you drop it full over. I just
Yes.
usually, if someone gives me Jenga blocks, I just
Did
do
you
some
play this one? Mission.
Mission Cleanup?
Yeah,
You played Mission Cleanup.
yeah. That is so good because it's
You're
fun.
building this tower.
Yeah, we have to build the tower and
And it
also.
has a logic with it.
And
right?
also
Like
we
the
can learn
tsunami
some
comes in.
deep zones and also that's why you can learn.
Nice,
also.
nice. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, follow it, and in the comments you can let us know what is it that you want to see next. We already have a pipeline. In between,
big
yeah.
pipeline 5G.
So we just want to create a lot of content
Yes.
because I think
We have very less videos, so
yeah we
we want to
most,
maximize.
more importantly we want to create awareness around a lot of mechanics and different games and stuff like that.
And to everyone to know that we are doing something in India that related to board games.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah,
much, Rudy,
thank-
for joining us.
Welcome.
Seriously, thanks, dude, for coming.
All
You made
right.
our day, dude.
It was impromptu, totally
Yes.
impromptu. So
I didn't do. I
One
didn't
thing.
think of anything. I just did everything I
I
know.
gave him
Main thing that I feel is from closing it.
Aita.
And subscribe.
Yes, like, share, subscribe.
Bye bye.